I am back to just talk about one, my hair, two, some products. My hair growth serum here that I have. So, it was my 1 year hair growth update. I did let you guys know that I was getting my hair braided, as you can see. Yeah, my hair is, and this is all mine. No added hair as I was adding before. This is just mine. Alright, going into my hair growth serum. This is what it looks like. This is a batch that was sitting in stock for a couple months untouched. On the bottom, you can see herbs because this is a herbal infusion. In the center, just on top but right below the oils, is the dissolved MSM and allantoin. MSM is methyl sulfonomethane, which is a sulfur compound. It just brings sulfur and keratin to your scalp that allows hair growth. Let's see, allantoin is from comfrey root, and it is for let's see. Yep, from comfrey root. It is for, I have my notes here because y'all, this is a lot to remember. It is for scalp irritation, and it just helps soothe your scalp as well. Then on top, you can see all the liquid-rich oils that I have on top, and it does separate. This one is one that I've had in stock, and I have not touched it, so it's been untouched. This one is one that I've been using frequently. As you can see, the herbs on the bottom are a little more dispersed, and on top, the MSM and allantoin is a little bit more dispersed in the oil phase. However, you are supposed to shake it up, and it does separate and blend completely. As you can see. And so I will just go into a bit of the ingredients list. So, I do have, let me see, 5 phases. It is phase A1, A2, A3, phase C1, and phase D1. All of my phase A are my extracts and water phase. A1 is the herbal and aloe water infusion at 15%. I have active dry powders, which are my MSM, my allantoin, and my hyaluronic acid. Liquid extracts, which I have at algae, plankton extract, glycerin, plant collagen, panthenol, and then I do have citric acid for pH because I am using herbs and I am using oils, so I do have to pH balance this for the scalp. And then I do have a preservative in here as well. The preservative is just because I'm using water and I'm extracting herbs out, so to prevent bacterial growth and microbial growth. I do have a broad spectrum preservative, Optifin Plus, that I do add at, let me see. Yes, add the Optifin Plus preservative at 1%. The usage rate is 0.5 to 1.5% total. So I'm pretty much using the mid-range, which will last about 12 to 24 months from once it's bottled and stored, and then from when you start to open it and use it. So yes. My computer. Alright, I will show you guys the directions from my labels. I have not printed my labels from Vistaprint yet, but I'm still editing them. I don't want to print them and then I change an ingredient or something, and then, you know, I have to reprint the labels or something. So I just keep them in standby. This is what the labels look like. And this is the one that I did shake up. As you can see, it is starting to separate because I did use a polysorbate emulsifier. I didn't use a full emulsification because I like that you have to shake it up to almost essentially activate the ingredients, but it does create like an iridescent color. But I will go through what it does say on my labels. So the product description, it is ME Hair Lab's Essential Hair Growth Serum. Is scientifically formulated to stimulate and revitalize hair follicles, promoting healthier, thicker, and stronger hair. Infused with a potent blend of premium oils and botanical extracts, this serum enhances scalp health, boosts hydration, and strengthens every strand. Designed to deliver real results with ingredients that work together, it empowers your hair to thrive naturally for fuller and healthier hair growth. Key ingredients are aloe and herbal infusion. So I do have an aloe vera juice infused with nettle, bringrage, saw palmetto, ginseng, horsetail, bamboo, ginkgo biloba, brahmi, licorice root, and spirulina to soothe the scalp, balance, moisturize, support healthy hair follicles, and promote long-term hair growth. So for my phase 1 of my like pretty much my formula, and I did have to create my formula by myself. Oh, thank you, Atlas. My day is going great. How about you? So I did create the formula myself. So I do have an aloe and herbal infusion rate, and all the herbs are added at different percentages, and they are percentages. They are 15% total out of the total batch of the infusion rate, and the infusion rate is 15% of my water phase. So pretty much I'm using all of the herbs at different rates, nettle being the most and spirulina at the bottom, for example, being the least. So they are listed in order from most use to least use in the ingredients list. And how I created this was I took aloe vera juice and I essentially infused it on a hot plate with all the herbs for 2 to 4 hours at a low temperature, and then I used a cheesecloth to strain the herbs, and these are very fine herbs, so it, you know, some of the herbs do get through. As you can see, some of the herbs do get through on the bottom, but when you shake it, it does disperse enough for topical use. And then let's go into, I do have green coffee extract, a natural source of caffeine and antioxidants that stimulate follicles, supports circulation, and helps extend the hair's growth phase while protecting against oxidative stress. Nourishing seed oils like castor, pumpkin seed, and grapeseed oil rich in ricinoleic acid and essential fatty acids that help retain moisture, support scalp health, and assist in blocking DHT, preventing early thinning without weighing the hair down. So I do have oils in here as well, and that's my phase B, my oil phase. I do have them added at different quantities. So I do have my oil phase at 26.5% of my total batch. Green coffee, which is pretty much what this is listed after, at 7% of the total batch is green coffee. And then following behind, I do have castor oil, pumpkin oil, grapeseed oil, and then my emulsifier polysorbate 80 and my isopropyl myristate. My isopropyl myristate is pretty much like a topical, like fatty alcohol. It pretty much opens your pores, allowing um, thicker ingredients that have herbal properties to essentially, um, enter your pores and actually do the job that it's supposed to do. So that's why I do have isopropyl myristate, and I'm using it at 1.5% infusion rate, which is at the lower end of its infusion rate percentage range, which is only from 1 to 5%, and I'm using it at 1.5%. Going back to my label, algae and plankton extracts, mineral-rich extracts providing iodine, zinc, omega-3s, and chlorophyll to boost scalp vitality and improve hair density over time. So I do also have, let me see. So I have to put my computer down because it's a lot of data. Alright. So in my water phase A2, I do have algae, plankton, glycerin, plant collagen, and panthenol. So yeah, it pretty much speaks for themselves. The algae and the plankton, I pretty much wanted to add as just extra vitamins for your hair. I feel like it just makes your hair grow, because when I was using a lot of the hair gels in my older videos, I was using a lot of gels that had aloe vera, plankton, or different like sea kelp, spirulina, different like plant additives. So I thought it would be good to add to your hair. I don't know. Hey. So yeah, now going back to my labels. Alright, so I do have cautions on here as well. For external use only, obviously. Avoid contact with your eyes, obviously, because it does have essential oils in here. So if irritation occurs, discontinue use because of the essential oils. However, the essential oils aren't, it's nothing crazy. I can even tell you guys what I did add in there as the essential oils. So I do have the cool down essential oil phase. It is rosemary, peppermint, tea tree, and lavender oil. All these I'm using at the lower to mid ranges of their, infusion rate range. So rosemary infusion rate range is 1 to 3%, and I'm using about 1.5%. Peppermint is 1 to 3%, and I'm using 1%. Tea tree oil is 0.1 to 1%, and I'm using 0.5%. Lavender is 0.2 to 3%, and I'm using 0.5% infusion rate of the total batch. So I'm using a 3.5% infusion rate of essential oils in my total batch. So that's not that high. There are some oils that have up to 5% essential oils, but using up to 5% essential oils does make it more irritating to the scalp if you are sensitive to essential oils. So that's why I do have that irritation can occur. So on here. But the essential oils are good for your scalp and, all that good stuff. So let's getting into how to use. So these are 2 bottles. Again, one that I shook up right here and one that is not shaken up. This is one that was in stock for a long time, and this is one that I've been using. It says an iridescent natural separation occurs due to highly concentrated active plant extract and lipid-rich oils. So shake well to ensure full distribution, and efficacy before use. So I will shake the second one just to show you guys what it looks like. So it says shake well to ensure full distribution and efficacy before use. It says apply a few drops directly to the scalp, focus on areas of concern, and massage gently in circular motions for 2 to 3 minutes to ensure absorption and stimulate blood flow. You may use a derma roller for a deeper penetration to aid in edge regrowth. It is for optimal results. Use 2 to 3 times a week as part of your hair care routine. I use about 1 to 2 times a week. Do not rinse out. Style hair as usual. You may also use as a pre-poo and scalp treatment 15 to 30 minutes before washing your hair. So I do use this to take out my braids as well because it aids in scalp lubrication. And you can use it to apply to your hair as a pre-poo before just shampooing. It does have aloe vera in here, so it does have water in here, and it does have hyaluronic acid in here, so it does pull water to your hair. So if you do add to damp hair, it will just make it easier for you to detangle. And if you do add it to dry hair, it will also moisturize your hair because it is emulsified with water. So it is not just an oil, it is a hair serum. So this does differentiate it from hair oils on the market because hair oils do not actually moisturize your hair. They seal moisture into your hair. This one, however, is infused with water, aloe vera juice, so it does actually moisturize your hair. And then because it is fused with oils, it does then seal your hair as well. So it acts as a moisturizer and a sealant, as well as a hair growth stimulant because it is infused with hair growth stimulating oils and extracts and different additives that are good for your scalp and hair growth that will allow your hair to grow. So I will demonstrate how I use it. So I am shaking it up completely. And it is very loose. It is not super thick, so it can apply easily to your scalp. And I'll just show you guys how I apply it. Just, a couple drops, not too much, over my parts. Nothing crazy. Alright, and then per the directions, it does say to massage gently into your scalp, so I'm just going to make sure that it is fully, applied to my scalp. And even when my hair was in a wash and go, it was easy to do this. All I had to do was just, part my hair or just apply some to my fingers and do the same thing, apply it to the scalp. But if your hair itches at all, the essential oils will, apply some soothing properties to your scalp. If your hair is dry, it will aid in moisture. Uh, And it does absorb easily and quickly because it is water-based as well. So it is not just going to sit on top of your scalp either. Per my instructions, if you want a derma roll, you can. So you can derma roll your edges if you want to. Very lightly. Alright. Alright, you guys. And then I'm going to apply some to my ends as well. Alright, and these have been in for, I got these done, let me see, last Friday. Today is Thursday. So it's only been 6 days. Still very fresh, very neat. But this is how I've been, growing up my hair using this. And I've also been using the keratin treatments. So as you can see, my roots are very, very, very flat. This is blow dried. When she braided my hair, did not have to straighten my hair at all. The gel, this was just from the gel and just from my hair being very, very easy to blow dry from the keratin. But yeah, this has been the routine so far. The length. And this is the length in braids too. So out of braids, it's like down here a little bit. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.